Good morning, y'all. Welcome to Keto Living. So today, it's not so much of a recipe that I got, but sort of a technique. Now, I love omelets, but I hate making omelets for the most part. And just eating plain eggs every day can kind of get boring. So I want to show you how I make my French rolled omelets. And today, we're just going to be making kind of a Western omelet with onions and 3 different kinds of cheese, and then salsa and sour cream from the top. So I'll put you down on here and we'll get started. Okay, so to make French rolled omelets, you're going to need eggs, of course. And then we're going to just need a touch of heavy whipping cream, salt and pepper. And my other suspects are back on the stove. The bacon's in the pan, if you can hear that sizzling away. And then I have my 3 cheeses back there. And I'm using a blend of extra sharp cheddar, Monterey Jack, and sharp cheddar. And then one of the other most important ingredients of this whole thing this morning is this. Coffee. Okay, to get started, now this is an omelet for 1. So to get started, I'm going to add 3 eggs. And then I'm going to go ahead and puncture the center of those and give that a little stir. And I mix it up in a measuring cup just because it's easier to pour. And then I'm going to pour about a tablespoon of heavy whipping cream in there. I'm just kind of eyeballing that. And then I'm just going to add a little salt. Add to your liking, your taste. A little pepper, which I like a lot of pepper. Now, since this is kind of a Southwest theme or whatever, it should be no surprise that I'm also going to add some of my favorite hot sauce, Frank's Red Hot Sauce. Just because, you know, we like it hot. That definitely can be omitted. Now, these omelets can be made with anything you like. It can be made with ham and cheese, or sausage and cheese, or veggies only, or just eggs and cheese. So I'm just going to mix all this together. And then we're going to go over to the stove and put it together. Okay, over here I have my bacon already fried. And I turned it down on about medium. Medium high. Because you want to do this omelet kind of low and slow in a way. So I'm just going to let this heat back up a little. And then I'm going to put about a tablespoon of butter in there with the bacon grease itself. And you'll see why. So I had pulled it off the burner just a touch. So I've got to let my pan warm up again. Okay, usually when we think about an omelet, we think about, you know, putting the eggs in and then letting it set and then put the stuff in the middle of it and try to roll it over. That's not what we're doing here. French roll omelet, all the ingredients go in the pan, and then we cook it and then we roll it. So I'm going to add to this about a tablespoon and a half of just chopped yellow onions. Now use yellow onions if you're doing young onions because they have the less sugar in them. And so we're going to saute these a little bit in the bacon fat and butter. And you're just going to saute them until they get nice and translucent. I am not a person that likes mushy onions. I like to have a little bit of body left in my onions. But if you like softer onions, by all means, leave them in there as long as you wish. But you might want to remove your bacon because you don't want to get it too dark. So this goes pretty fast once you get it started. Okay, so now I'm just going to roll Mix up my eggs a little bit more. And then I'm going to start turning them out in the pan. I'm going to spread everything out. Just sort of turn it out in a pan. Now, I am going to turn my pan down on medium-low. And we're going to mix all this up. And I usually get mine to swirl around the pan a little bit. Any chance to get any of the, other juices over there going. Now, if I didn't mention it, let me mention it now. It is important that you use a non-stick pan for this. Although at higher temperatures, you probably could get it to do work in a cast iron pan. But the only problem with that is that your eggs would be so dark. Now, if you don't mind a lot of dark on your eggs, that's fine. But it's just easier to do in a non-stick pan. So you notice that I mixed all the eggs up, almost like scrambled eggs, and then sort of patted them back down. I'm just trying to get all that. Now, when it's on low, this is going to cook. It's going to cook all the way through. But I want it on low so that I don't burn the bottom. I don't want it. It's going to be brown from the bacon and stuff. But I don't want it, burnt. The next thing I'm going to do is to put all my cheese blend on here. And I probably have 1/4 of a cup of cheese. And then I just save a little bit to sprinkle on top. Alright. Here's where the rolling comes. Let me grab me a plate. Now, let's see if I can move this forward so you can see the plate. Well, let's do it over to the counter. Okay, so we have our pan here. I just give it a little shake. Have our plate. What I do is start rolling the egg. I'll let this one sit just a little bit too long to from bringing the camera over, but just roll it out and it turns out into your pan like that. Voila! I started doing these a long time ago, and I'll be honest with you, knock on wood, I've never had one not to come out right. So then I'm going to top this. Sorry, I'm trying to move the camera over. I'm going to top this with some salsa. And I just try to use fresh salsa. But if you can't find fresh salsa, use what you have. And then we're going to top it off with just a little bit of sour cream. Now, usually I add avocado to mine too, but I didn't have any fresh avocado left. Just going to stir this up just a little bit. New container of sour cream. Alright. And just give this a little dot. Just a little bit. You don't want too much. Okay? And then, remember I told you I said to bite of cheese? Just roll a little bit of cheese on top. Voila! And there, my friends, is my French rolled omelet. And it is so good. Love it. Absolutely love it. And it really tastes yummy. So let's give it a taste. Okay, so here's our omelet. And I don't even know why I'm tasting it, because you guys know it's going to be good. Just put a little sour cream, a little salsa. Make sure it's all on there. Cheese. Mm. Oh my gosh. That is over the top perfection. Oh! Mixed with the perfect combination. Alright, so you see how simple this is. I hope you give it a try. And I will see you all next week for Keto Living. If you have a recipe you would like me to change from non-keto to keto, or any kind of recipe you would like to see on Keto Living here on Fridays, please leave it below in the comment section and I'll see what I can do. Alright guys, until next time, see you later. Bye-bye.